I'm off to Plymouth. I've stopped off on the journey now, just near Dorchester. Going to get some rather splendid chips, I think, and maybe a sausage. It's early in the morning. I've met up with Tim. Hello, Tim.
Good morning.
I've used your facilities, haven't I?
You have.
And this, which fascinates me, I've read a book about it, the Eddystone Lighthouse, 1759, is that? Rames Head we were told to go to. That's where we've gone, which is a little further round this little peninsula. We passed a family of gnomes on their way to work just now. They were very nice. And there it is! The bridge over the River Kwai! I've been to the supermarket, I've been shopping, I've got some food for a little bit later on tonight when I'm meeting up again with Tim. But before that, I thought I'd come to a lovely little village that I've passed many times but never come down into, and that's Mary Tavy. Apparently here was the world's largest copper mine. Absolutely stunning. Very quiet place, but as soon as I start filming, cars are driving through. But I'm here to also look at the church. There you go, there's one of them, which curiously enough is called St. Mary's. It's a little breezy up here, so I apologise once again for any noise on the microphone. Now, a quick look at Wikipedia tells me that Mary Tavy, twinned I think with Peter Tavy, so named after the River Tavy, which we were walking earlier down in Tavistock, which clearly runs down at the bottom of this gully here. I'm going to see if I can get out of the wind, but also show you some other pictures of this rather delightful parish church. There's a public footpath that runs up from the church, and we're lined here with all these rather beautiful primroses, all down at my feet, looking beautiful and resplendent. And here the church on the side of this hill. Unfortunately, it's locked. I think I found an unusual style. Look at this here. Instead of the ones that we're used to in Sussex, where you just have a wooden stile and you clamber over, the natural material up here is stone. And you can see here that they're using the stone as steps jutting out from this dry stone wall in front of me. So I'm going to attempt to climb this holding the camera. I didn't bring a tripod so that you could see me filming, so I'm doing this all in a sort of vloggy style. And no doubt the wind will gust us, but in the distance you get a great view of the Tor. An old K6 telephone box there, which is very nice to see. Oh, here comes another vehicle coming through. There's a house just down there called Kirkside. And of course Kirk is Scottish for church. I wonder if there is a Scottish connection here. Beautiful old house there, and the old dairy down here, all, gone. The community that once was here for hundreds of years, serving at one time this copper mine, and then I don't know what would have been the main industry here. Farming, possibly. Oh, this is Church Cottage. Beautiful building. Coming down to the road bridge here, and we get a glimpse of the Tavy coming off the hills, presumably off the moors, weaving its way down to Tavistock, where I was before, crossing the bridge here and going over on the other side, passing many of these farms in the valley here. Beautiful stone being the natural building material. It's very quiet and very beautiful, and I'm very much enjoying this little quiet interlude in my journey. It's always worth just stopping the car or van, however you travel, and getting out and just having a look. Get out on foot, because the things you see are remarkable in this wonderful green and pleasant land in England. I'm back in the van, the kettle is on, a cup of coffee and then some eggs and bacon for lunch. I've opened up the bulkhead and I've lowered the windows. I've got some lovely air through coming through here, and if I turn the camera around this way, I also have this door open. It's been absolutely brilliant in the van. I'll do a debrief, I think, at the end of these videos in a separate video of some of the good things I've liked and some of the pitfalls I've discovered with the van and things that I hope to change. So we'll do that in a separate video. Up there on the hill, I've taken a little journey to here. Up there on the hill is the 13th century church of St. Michael de Roupe, or Roupe, or something, the parish church of Brentor. And you can walk all the way up there, and I was going to meet Tim, and we were going to climb up there and film the whole sequence. It's a fantastic thing. We saw it from the this morning, where I was parked up at the Tavistock, yeah, golf course, and we saw it in the mist across. But just as I've pulled up here, a police car came and said, "We want to advise you that we've had a lot of break-ins recently, and if you're going to go, make sure you have no valuables, or that you take all your valuables with you, because thieves are taking them." And I've got a lot of valuables in the car at the moment, in the van, and I've been umming and ahhing about whether to go. And I was going to meet Tim here, and Tim was coming up from Plymouth, so I put a stop to him coming, and I can see on the ground there is broken glass where other people have had their valuables smashed, the windows smashed and valuables taken, and I'm just parked up over there, so I'm not going to risk it, because you could be up there an hour or so and people come in, smash a window, quickly grab something and go, and it's just not worth it. So that was going to be the last of my video, and I've cut it short, so I'm going to head home, and I may stop en route, I don't know. We'll see. But if not, there's some beautiful countryside round here to look at. Absolutely gorgeous, and sheep too. I've just parked up by somewhere called the Castle Inn. There it is, it's a pub, and I'm at a place called Lidford. There's a little sign here, Lidford. The reason I just paused is Lidford Castle. It's right next to this pub, and I saw it and I thought, well, I've just got to go and have a quick gander at that then, if I can't do the other one. So here it is, Lidford Castle. It's I know nothing about it, but I saw it. There's a information board, so I'm going to have a quick look at that. Well, according to the sign, Lidford has been an important town since the Saxon period, and this is a medieval castle. I think it said 1195 it was built, and then later a courthouse in the but well preserved. Looks absolutely stunning. This just looks like the keep of a Norman castle with the bailey down below. Well, isn't that a joy? Sometimes just a happenstance brings you to something. You're going to go to one place and you discover something completely fresh and new. There's some steps here that you can go in. I'm going to clamber up these steps. And you get a little bit of a viewing platform from up here to look down into the keep. Gives you a vague idea. Just creep into another little piece here of what it must have been like to live in here. It's actually quite narrow. But wow, this is terrific. Didn't expect this. So for me, this is a little Brucey bonus. Come back down, have a look on the other side. I think this is English heritage. Not quite sure, it might have been National Trust. You get nice little views down into the dungeon, where in the courthouse, I guess anybody who was sentenced to stuff would have been kept until their punishment is meted out. Another such cubbyhole here. It's fascinating. An important place, Lidford, in the English heritage, there we are, in the Saxon period. And the Normans clearly came, stamped their authority on it by building this when they invaded and made their way to Devon in 1195, whenever it was. And subjugated, if that's the right word, all the Saxon lords and thanes, and just took control, and no doubt brought to an end many of the leaders of the Saxon period. Clearly at one point you could get down into that basement. Not anymore. There's a spiral staircase there, but as you can see there, it's blocked off. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's one of those quick finds and you whiz round it in no time at all, but definitely worth stopping to have a look. And of course you could look up the history and learn a lot more, but just to step in here, it is a window back in time, and I love it. The happy chance of coming across something is wonderful. Let's just go down and have a quick look at the bailey and look back at it, and of course there's the pub handy if you fancy a drink. Well, it's quite foreboding, I can tell you. seeing it there up on the hill, and to the Saxons who would never have seen anything quite like this, the stonework, the heavy, foreboding nature of it that dominated the landscape around, and particularly the village. Yeah, they would have subjugated, if that's the right word, the right term, and put down any resistance and held them in the courthouse and the prison below. Right, I'm going to get back into my van and head home. It's been an amazing trip and I've enjoyed every moment of it. I'm taking a break from my journey here up on the A35 towards Dorchester. Not quite at Dorchester yet, but Dorchester will be coming along. I'm going to have another cup of coffee. I've been driving for 2 hours and then I shall be back home, and I should get back by 9 o'clock Friday evening. So that would be fantastic. It's a shame about the church at Brentor. Didn't get that. That's a shame. But I did get the one at Lyd, whatever it was called. And I'm up here in the wind, having a quick break in driving. Thank you for watching these videos. It's been fantastic. I will be back in my van again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you do like these videos and want more of this type of stuff, please help me put diesel in the van. I think this was about 90 quid round trip just in diesel alone. So I rely on YouTube and the patrons to support all of this. So if you've enjoyed it, do help. Thanks so much. I will see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye for now. Bye bye.